What's up, everybody? My name is Bobby, and today I'm going to show you Conky Studio. Conky Studio is kind of a thing that I started building a while back just because I want to make themes faster, and I figured, you know what? Let's release it to the world. So, um, it's actually pretty simple to use. First of all, we have our theme manager, so you can start and stop anytime you want, theme you want. Pretty simple. Um, every single one of these, every single one of these themes is completely uh, buildable inside of this. So, like, if I were to click New HUD and I want to do Batman, okay? Let's see here. See, I want to add that, add the moon phase as well. Hit create. We go straight to the studio for editing. Now, the thing about the new HUDs is that when you actually create a new HUD, it's only giving you a starter template. It's not giving you a completely like thing to actually have. Here, I'll show you. So it gives you a great starting point, but this is just the starting point. That's all it is. So, if we do new blank HUD, we just get a very basic thing that we can start with. We can see how the node system works and everything. So, um, one thing to note is that the canvas, okay, we would actually have to change this right here. So, we would have to change it to our resolution, 1920, 1080. And now our entire screen is the canvas. For the performance, you can change this as much as you want to. So if you want the sensor refresh rate to be higher, there you go. However, 2, it's going to be the best for you. Okay. So we have a lot of node sections over here. There are a lot of nodes. Everything is completely configurable. So all your data sources, this is going to be your GPU, CPU, and everything. So, if you wanted to create something like, okay, so we have the text label here, right? We can call this label hello, and then we can put in here hello, and it's going to update. Now this updates live, so everything you see here, everything is a one-to-one of what you're going to actually have at the end. Okay. So if I scroll down here, I can actually scroll through my fonts that I have. If you know what the name is, you can just type it in. We can resize it, make it bold, make it italic. We can change the color to whatever we want to. So let's say we want green, we can do green. We can add a readability halo, which kind of just changes the letters just a little bit to like a capsule kind of shape. So the possibilities are endless. We can even pick a screen color. So if I were to go over here and I were to click on this gray area, as you see, it's going to change based on what's on my screen. So I click that, I click OK, and it updates to that color. So a lot of stuff can be done. So if you find an image or something that you see a color you really like, you can actually pick that. If, for example, you wanted to do date and time, well, you can take this node, connect it to hello. And the thing is, it updates, so it gets rid of hello entirely. Because this will override whatever you have typed up here. Okay? And that's not for every node. Not every node does that. There are some nodes that you have to have the text in order to actually edit it, so it will vary on use case. Um, Actually, if you wanted to, and you wanted just complete control, actually, you could actually take the CPU and you could connect it here. And as you see, it's going to update the actual CPU value. So you could do that as well. If you wanted a wall calendar, you can drop that in. And of course, you're going to have to move it because everything will start right here. So you'll have to move it. But you can edit how you want to. However much you want to edit it. So it all works pretty well. Now, if you wanted, like, let's say the UI actually gone, just click this, and then you can minimize this, and then this will stay up. And then you can just click this again, right in here. So a lot can be done. A lot can be done. Uh, all your logic nodes, these are like your images and things like that. Actually, speaking of images, if I were to go to effects, I do glow poles. Here's the thing, okay? We have to choose the image silhouette. We have to click this. We're going to go and we're going to find, no, I wanted to do, we can upload that right there. So now we have a bat signal. What happens is that the glow pulse will actually wrap around and then turn the entire image into a pulse object. So otherwise, if you don't have an image, it'll just be this. But you can change the shape if you want to. So it's all up to you. All up to you what you want. If, for example, on the Batman theme we have rings, if you actually wanted to do that, then we could do, you know what, I'm going to do this. It's easier to type it. 0.6, do 89, and now we have a ring that will circle around. We can layer it, add more, and then we can do a full reversal. So it'll spin backwards. So it's literally however you want to do it. We've got corner brackets. You can actually resize this, edit it however you want to there as well. Moon phases. If you want the moon phase, comes with its own bracket set. So there's that as well. Maybe you want an analog clock. Drop that in. Maybe you want a radar for just whatever you reason. You can just do that. Which we have in the Iron Man theme, by the way. So if I actually go and well, I've already showed you that, but if I were to click stop, it's going to go back to the manager. Show you the Iron Man one. So, you got the radar, you've got the reactor, which, yes, we do have the reactor as well. Where did I put it? I think I put it in the gauges. So here we are. And then there you go. So you can do this. And you can change everything. You can change speed values and everything. So, like I said, you can change the font. Change whatever you want. We actually need to. There we go. So, the alert system for the reactor, basically, what that means is if something were to happen, okay, with the reactor, meaning that whatever's happening in your system will alert you and saying, hey, so this is a problem. Your CPU usage is high or your GPU usage is high, whatever you want it to do, pretty much. So, go ahead and delete that. You can upload icons. You can upload images. With the weather icon, it's automatic. It's done through Cairo, so you ain't got to worry about it. You can choose whatever color you want. Not whatever color you want, but whatever one you want. Oh, excuse me. There is one issue, though. I wouldn't really say it's an issue, but if you look at each category here, okay, the thing is that clear, storm, snow, cold, hot, and dust do not get recolored. So I can sit here and I can choose green. It's not going to recolor the sun. If I were to choose storm, we get green clouds. So the other ones are locked. So you cannot change those colors. You want a history graph. We've got media for music and stuff. Now, the media and whatnot is actually still kind of in testing, so you can do whatever you want with that and try to see if it'll work. It should work as it is, but just in case. We got stars. You can change the style of the star. If you want a pentagram, if you want Star of David, maybe you want a Christmas tree star. You can do all of that. Maybe you just want a triangle because maybe you want to try to make the Triforce. You can do that. Excuse me. Still a little early for me. But yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you really want to. Maybe you want to be a little creative. Well, the bar is the best one for you for creativity, actually. So we can actually make this right here. We're going to change width and height. So and then I'm sorry about the color, just give me a second here. All right, there we go. Now we can change this to vertical. We can change it to segmented. And then we can start adding segments. And now we got like a CRT look to it. So we can absolutely do that. Now with the layers, what we could do is we could take this, back over here. We can actually move everything in order. So Now this CPU is on top. So you can do whatever you want with this. Literally. Clicking these out and everything is just for precision, because this takes up a lot of space on your screen, and a lot of conkeys can take up a lot of space on your screen. So instead of just having to move this around, you can just pop these out. Now, one thing to note is that if you were to save the HUD, what you want to do is you're going to change this name. And do not include HUD in the name. If it has HUD in the name, it will never start. That is on purpose. So, we could literally just call it test if we want to. We go over to project. And then we can click build and install the manager. We can go to the manager. Go to the test. We're actually going to go over here. We're going to stop this. You can start it. And then there you go. You can uninstall it. And you could change pretty well just about anything. You can change the README and such. So there's literally no limit to what you can create with this. And it's pretty quick of what you can create, because you can create so much so fast. Instead of taking days, you can take hours. Instead of taking hours, you can take minutes. So yeah, that's what Conky Studio is for. So, and if we wanted to, we can do complex. We can go in advanced. We got custom Lua. We can drop that in. So you could put your own Lua code in if you're wanting to hand type it. So but yeah, it's all gonna vary, and depending on what you want, you could do a whole custom script, and you can target the script path. So it all varies. It all varies. And those are for the complex. So if you don't have complex selected, it's never going to show up for you. So you can import legacy themes. You can import regular current themes if you want to. Sky's pretty much limitless on this. The legacy themes, like if it's a current theme, as long as it's got a Lua script or multiple Lua scripts, even with Cairo as well, and a comp file and an SH files, it should just import it and just make it work for this. So you shouldn't have to worry about it. But if it's like an older theme, it might not recognize it, but it should. So it just depends. And one thing to note as well, when you actually do the effects here and you do the glow pulse and you choose an image, make sure you save your project. Even though it does update here, save your project just to be on the safe side. So sometimes it could be a little iffy, but yeah. But yeah, that's Conky Studio. Trying to think what else I can show you. It does actually do the hardware session thing for you, so ain't gotta worry about that. Yeah, beyond that, that's Conky Studio. So thank you all for watching. I will start making a series on this to show you all how to do some more stuff on this and everything. That's just kind of an overview of what you can and can't do. So yeah, I will catch you all next time. Bye bye.